Coach, an opening statement on the win.
Sure. Excited. I thought we played well. Had a couple hiccups in there. Third quarter wasn't the best, but the first half and the fourth quarter, we played really good football, complimentary football all night long. Special teams did a great job of allowing us to win the field position battle. Defensively, we continued to create takeaways. Coach Benedetto and his staff did a great job, regardless of the quarterback that was in there, of showing single high, getting to two high, playing two high, getting into single high. We didn't maybe come up with the sacks that we wanted, and they haven't given up many sacks, but I think we made some throws that had air on it, missed timing, level one throws turned into level two, a lot of takeaways, which was positive, and we were able to score off a number of those. So, I'm excited for our group, and to win 8 games is, I think that's unique. Not a lot of teams in the country get 8 wins, and we have an opportunity now for another one.
How much does this one in this fashion and raising that trophy mean to you guys?
Anytime you get to raise a trophy at the end of the year in a rivalry game or a bowl game or whatever it might be, I think it's special. It creates memories that these guys will remember. But I think their memories are probably more about the people and the experiences than they are about individual games. And that's what we want our football program to be like.
Coach, is there any update on Speedy? Did he get banged up?
He got banged up. Yep. And so we'll get back to Fresno and see what's up.
Coach, you got about 6 options or so where you may go. You said you thought you may have an idea. Do you have a preference of what bowl game or what kind of matchup you want to see for your next game?
Nope. I'm not going to overthink that. It's my first FBS bowl game, so I'll be super excited about the experience and want to make sure that our players are prepared and we go about it with a thought process that we're going to go, if we're going to play in it, let's go play to win, right?
Right. EJ kind of bounced back. He was going well through the interception, then he bounced back that 37-yard TD pass. Did you say anything on the sideline to kind of get the confidence back up?
Yeah, I just let it go. Have skin like a duck at times, EJ. I mean, it's just we understand that they rolled into cover 3. They sat on the spot route right over the ball. He tried to force it, and the guy was just sitting there. They did a good job on the defense. We kind of ran kind of a intermediate mesh concept on third down with the anticipation we were going to get man, but. Being a quarterback, you better have thick skin and you better be able to move on. And he did a good job. He hit that big quarter. He hit that out route we hit to Josiah. Then we hit the touchdown on the same drive, I believe. Had 2 big throws for us.
Right. Being into the last weekend of the regular season, a lot of openings in college football. Have any program reached out to you at all, given your success this year?
Not that I know of. And so I'm excited to be a Bulldog and can't wait to get back and continue. We got a recruiting class that we sign on Wednesday, and looking forward to continuing to see some. We got to continue to build, and the senior group has really helped us accelerate that building.
Is there any room for Lane Kiffin to join your staff, to rejoin Fresno State?
Well, I know he has some experience here, and Coach Kiffin and I had a brief conversation a number of years ago, so I'm sure he has plenty on his plate right now. Last thing he needs to worry about is Matt Entz.
Coach, did it feel like at the end of the game tonight, you guys got to exercise some demons in a way, just kind of not letting them finally climb back into it, but really extending the lead?
Yeah, a little bit. We just continued to create takeaways. When we got right down to it, we were able to run the football. And I tell you what, our running back room is as deep as probably anybody in FBS. When you talk about tonight, Arsenault stepping up, Gil having huge plays, Brando, Donaldson, and then when Speedy was there in the first half, it's a complimentary room. They're great without the ball, and that's something that we continue to preach to our guys. I saw some big time protection pickups during that third quarter when we were sputtering a little bit. That all of a sudden, if we don't pick them up as backs, those could be huge negative plays.
And can you just talk about the defensive performance once again in this game?
That's an explosive offense. You watch them throughout the year. Minus the Nevada game, they lost 7 games by 1 score. There was multiple games we had 600 yards offense. They have 3 receivers that have 190, 180 catches combined. The leading receiver in the country. You're kind of just, holding yourself a little bit, just like, man, this could go bad any minute now. But our kids just continue to tackle, continue to find ways to get pressure on the quarterback, and just force some errant footballs. And we're really opportunistic when the ball was in the air. And that was fun to see.
And then were you guys making it a point to be loud on the sidelines just with?
We just said we were gonna, we didn't know what the environment was gonna be like tonight. It's a holiday weekend, last game of the year. But we said that we were gonna be the environment. It was gonna be a Bulldog environment. We had a bus bring all of our non-dress guys up today, something that our administration allowed us to do. And I think our guys that dress really appreciate those young men being here because they did have some energy. Our strength staff does a great job, but it was also Julian Palendo's birthday. And this morning in our last team meeting at team meal, we said we were going to win it for Julian because he is a great Bulldog and what the Bulldogs. That's the type of kids we want to have in this program. Guys that bust their butt and work really hard.
Any more questions for Coach?
Coach, how would you just, assess your first season as an FBS head coach?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that probably think I did a bad job. So I'll probably have a little bit of self-reflection this next week as we kind of back off a little bit from practice. We'll continue to promote health and well-being, get them in the weight room, get them in the training room from some recovery. We don't know who we're going to play, and with the anticipation that the following week we'll start ramping it back up.
Coach, what do the next 4 days look like into signing day?
In touch with all of the kids that are committed right now. We have a few guys that we're waiting for that final phone call. They all have my number. I think they all know it because it's still a Fargo, North Dakota number, and probably the only Fargo, North Dakota number they all have. But I'm the only one that takes commitments. We have a handful of guys that we're waiting on right now. It's the 11th hour. It's an exciting time. We have a little get-together on Wednesday night with Paul and at the Point to celebrate this group. We got some really good young men that are great. The things that we look for: high character, intelligent classroom and on the football field, athleticism, and also then a level of toughness that they can fit into our program. Because again, I've said it a million times, I'll continue to say it, we don't skip the work and we don't skip the development at Fresno State. So if you're looking for a place where you're going to show up and just move into a playing role, this isn't it. You got to come earn it at Fresno State. And I think that's the way this program's been built from talking to Coach Tedford and Coach Hill, and we'll continue to promote that.
You had one of your people decommit to the guy from Manti, Utah.
Yeah, that happens all the time. So, it is what it is, and it's hard to hang on to those guys that are a long ways from home, and it's a long recruiting process, but at the same time, there'll be more guys. All I'm going to worry about is the guys that want to be a Bulldog. How about that?
All right, thanks, Coach.
You bet.